Good afternoon. Welcome to a gorgeous Sunday up here at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Got a couple of special liveries and whatnot coming in today. Thank you guys all so much for being here. We'll get a couple of hours of aviation action up here today. Should be the citation.
Runway 25 approach.
Flexjet 727, they are ready to go. They're going to take off, fly around for a bit, and come back. It's on a maintenance flight today. Should still be a C-37 over there getting maintenance. I don't know when that's going to leave. They're hoping to catch that one as well. Maybe it'll leave today and we'll get lucky. I might have to throw my hat in the car. Third max of the day already, I think. We've only been here for a little bit. The 900 in the foreground heading to Houston, the 800 in the background heading to Denver. The 800 in the background used to wear a really cool livery. Inbound from St. Louis, 737 MAX 8. Here's the United 737, flight 1545. It's a 900 ER heading to Houston. So it must be Flexjet maybe behind the building here. I know Frontier's over there too, so I thought he said Flexjet though. 1545 on its way to Houston.
Contact over to Gulf One Airport 2200.
Now they let the United Express go ahead of the mainline United. Wind's really picking up. Don't think I'm going to have time to get a flight number 4 unless it stops. Don't think it's going to stop though. 486 in the background lining up and waiting. Southwest waiting for the United parade over there before they can cross and go to their gate. There it is, November 36272, heading to Denver.
623, contact Fort Fairfax.
We're in the Evo Blue livery now. Probably the highlight of summer 2021 was how many times we got to see that aircraft. But they let Southwest cross first. There they go on their way to Denver.
381, runway 24 right. Copy 5693 is going to maintain 5,000.
Should be our friend Wiley to Cody. That's Cody, not Coyote. On this tail for the 320neo. I guess they can't name their Coyotes Wiley because they'd probably get sued, so as close as we could get. Hard to see to my right where the aircraft are just because of the angle of the sun. That one had something on the tail though. I can't really tell what it was. FlexJet Gulfstream took off about a half hour ago, if that. Did a maintenance flight over Northern Ohio, and they are coming back in. 24 left.
4513 at 210 knots, just going to maintain 5,000.
Moon rising in the sky off to my left. Just came through some clouds. Very pretty. Just got some light, kind of fluffy clouds up there today. Actually, the next video I have to post that I'll post this week is from CMH and LCK. Had a couple of special liveries for Southwest, as well as the Super Scoopers. I went through LCK, so I'll get that video posted for you this week. I like going down there. We'll be going down there soon, I'm sure. I want to get that new Pacific 757 in better lighting. That was yesterday. Yeah, both days this weekend, I was going to go down to Columbus and just didn't end up doing it. And I wish I would have done it for that special livery last night. Or Atlanta. Seven 800. American Eagle should be on final out of LaGuardia. Southwest on the runway now. Meanwhile, the American Eagle will follow the American Eagle since they'll probably match up. Out of LaGuardia, Southwest on their takeoff roll. We should get both of them here. There's the Southwest. Meanwhile, we got our hungry friend here. Got our hungry friend.
4,000.
Some type of hawk. I can't really zoom in anymore to see what type it is, but
Airport 9 o'clock, 1 mile. 17 Crusher, 3,000 feet, the first coming 2 for right.
hungry, that's what he is.
39, Bravo, Golf, Cleveland approach, take position on front.
some work we got to do at the house when I get home tonight. So we'll do that first, and then I guess we'll keep an eye on the Gulfstream to see if it does leave tonight after the show. I'm assuming it probably will. I'm out of Philadelphia. American Eagle. Embraer Regional Jet, ERJ.
Take off 4 left, United 441. Gulfstream 4 Foxtrot Victor to set up 18-3000.
Well, you got that took a big gust of wind before I got down. That nice recovery.
Needs to go on down to 2835, 128.35. About 606, taxi, Golf Alpha, 441.
What am I doing? There we are. Sorry about that.
American 30, 33 to 7, 18,500.
Frontier. Beach and the Thunderbirds. Manatee in the desert. Red flag is coming up soon in Vegas, so if you're in that area, probably see some pretty cool stuff flying around. One of these days we're going to get out there for that. Wind we had earlier has calmed down a little bit. We definitely had some pretty rough landings earlier today, but it feels like it's calmed down a little bit. I'm looking over my left for the inbound southwest, but I don't see it yet. My nose is running a little bit now. Heading to Orlando in Alaska, that'll be heading to Seattle. Air Wisconsin is ready to go. Wisconsin heading out on 24 left, Frontier inbound on 24 right. Here's the Frontier. We'll catch Air Whiskey here in a second as they roll. Actually, they should get into the shot here shortly.
Stay with me.
There they go.
Hold position for now. I have one inbound.
That Frontier 3452 on their way to Fort Lauderdale should be our next outbound flight. I think it's Steve the Eagle on the 321. With a Customs, the other Frontier is heading to the runway. And it's a Citation out of Denver, the NetJets flight. This should be our next inbound flight here. An ambulance turning onto the highway. Hopefully everybody is okay. I think I'll put my winter hat on. The wind is starting to pick up again. It's getting a little chilly up here. Frontier is holding short, waiting for the other Frontier to cross. So this Frontier, that's heading to Customs. Steve the Eagle, 3754, I think, or 3474, something like that. A321 heading to Fort Lauderdale. It's the Fort Myers. It's the Bald Eagle livery. It's either Fort Lauderdale or Fort Myers. It's one of the two. I think it's Fort Myers. Temperature has definitely dropped a little bit over the last half hour or so as the sun has moved a little bit more into over the horizon, and the wind is starting to pick up again. Heading that way.
November 338 non-air Bravo Golf, contact approach on 126.35.
Assuming it's going to turn on the highway. So hopefully everybody. Express will be heading to Newark. And the Delta Connection CRJ. There's a Delta Connection CRJ somewhere. They're going to line up and wait and go after United gets out of here. CRJ 900 for Endeavor Air. Operated by Envoy. Flight about 5 minutes out. This A320neo has the mask around the windows, which I think looks really cool on the Spirit aircraft.
Runway 3538, Cleveland ground, Texas parking via Lima, Kilo, Juliet 1. 5 Kilo, Juliet 1, Runway 3538. Runway 530, information office, and I'm limited to 988.
Again, we're about 25 minutes away from the back-to-back heavy jets today. UPS and FedEx 767s. Both should be here around the 6:30 timeline, 6:20 to 6:30. Although the UPS one actually has not taken off yet, so we might be delayed on that one. We'll definitely get FedEx. UPS seems to be taking their good old time though. Got a Gulfstream over Mansfield. Looks like it's heading our way too. There's Spirit. American Eagle Embraer ERJ 145 should be flight 6006 for Piedmont. They are taxiing over for departure. They'll be heading back to Philadelphia.
154 Foxtrot Victor, now for the kids waypoint. 154 Foxtrot Victor, it should be kids, Kilo, India, Delta, Sierra, something like that. It's the 6th after Ahmed. It should be Ahmed, then kids, then there's a decent transition off of that. But unless you want these,
2530 lining up for departure back to Philadelphia. We're back to Fort Lauderdale. My goodness. Need more sleep. The time change has killed me. The Embraer behind it is going to Philadelphia. I know that.
4000, contact Cleveland Center 120.6.
Just got photobombed by Cosmic Brownies. I could go for one of those right now. A little Debbie treat. Lone Daily Spirit flight on their way to Fort Lauderdale, Philly. The Piedmont Embraer ERJ 145. Out of Washington Reagan.
J540, set maintain 3000.
If the echo continues, we'll go narration free. Delta has taxed. They're working their way over to the runway. United is working their way over to the runway. There's a C-130. It's over the lake now, so. A few transporters out there. Hoping we get lucky like we did last year at some point and get some B-2s. See the C-130 is almost basically going to go right over me though. Does sound like the Gulfstream is coming in here, so we should see a private blocked aircraft coming in. Try to see if I can see the C-17 or C-130. The 4 fans of freedom. I don't see it yet. It might be behind this tree. Delta 2545 lining up. Followed by United. Gulfstream is coming in here, so that's our next inbound flight. Meanwhile, Delta heading out to Atlanta. Yeah, if the echo continues, we'll just go narration free. At least for the time being. It looks like it's a Wi-Fi signal thing, so maybe it'll correct itself here in a minute. everything's hooked up and muted, so it should be good.
X-ray squawk 4656.
EPS shows a 6:53 arrival time, so we might be able to catch that before it gets too dark.
That's through Hopkins, caution wake turbulence, it's a heavy 7-6.
United Airlines 1673. It's a
situational awareness. There's traffic underneath you. That's going to be off your right on Daytime. And there's traffic now departing off the downtown off your
American Eagle 4130, E170 out of Chicago on final. We'll have American Delta and Frontier behind them. FedEx is off of the runway. They're going to taxi over to their cargo base, which is on the other side of the airport near the control tower. And a United maintenance hangar on that side, the south cargo side.
3.5 miles, 737 American College 3000.
Southwest heading out. So the FedEx in the background taxiing to their cargo ramp. Flight's a couple of hours late out of DFW.
505 instead of 18, 4,000.
definitely have to enjoy that extra hour of daylight we have now. As we get closer to the end of March, we should be gaining, I think, about another hour or so. Those 7:30, 8 o'clock sunsets will be nice. A little pricey though, but they're pretty good. Frontier out of Fort Myers is an A321neo.
That's 1350, clearing ground, next start going to be a Lima, Juliet 5. Lima, Juliet 5.
It's been a little bit since they sent one of the greener ones. The site of the national air races in the 1920s and 1930s. And it is pretty neat to go back and look at the photos of what the airport looked like back in those days and try to figure out where the pylons and everything were for the air races. American Eagle heading to LaGuardia. There's definitely some change on the horizon though. Hopkins is slated to get a new terminal and begin their master plan project this year, although there hasn't been any updates on that in quite a while as far as when that's going to start. But looking forward to seeing the new airport, which is very desperately needed. The facilities here are pretty dated. There too. Off in the distance. Eagle's flying the wrong way though. E-175 out of Washington Dulles, which is probably my next trip. I've thought about it a couple of times, thinking, hey, maybe I'll do maybe we'll fly there, spend a day there, and fly back, just to kind of get the full, aviation experience for the day. When I looked at it and went, yeah, I think I could drive 2.5 hours instead of spending $400 and some dollars. A lot of people take this flight. They're connecting to other places out of the Delta hub at DTW, but it is expensive if you just want to do a round trip over there. The Gulfstream is private, so not sure where they're heading. And then the American A319 that's taxiing behind that is flight 3033, and they will be on their way back to Charlotte. Which is another airport that we'll probably go to this year, since my aunt and uncle have been begging us to go down there, so we'll probably go to Charlotte at some point this year too. Spend a couple of days with them, maybe. We'll see. Now that the Sully Museum is open, I would kind of like to go back down there. Butter for the UPS landing. Nice job. The wind we had earlier has calmed down quite a bit, so we're not getting the strong crosswinds that we were getting this afternoon. Here's our 767 on its way over. And the American Eagle CRJ 700 that'll be heading to Washington Reagan is taxiing over for departure. We'll get that aircraft, I think, here in a minute. Tango Telephone 240.
Tango, proceed on course.
Aer Lingus, only a couple of minutes out now. Out of Dublin, our international flight.
Center 135.1, good flight.
About to get back down to LCK. It's a fun little airport to go to sometimes. Aer Lingus and then United Express behind them, flight 3667 out of Newark. Probably be our last couple of aircraft as we're getting the low battery alert on the camera now. So we'll get the PSA here, the two that are inbound, and we'll probably head out after that. Alright everyone, I think that's probably going to have to about do it. We're about out of battery up here. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Hope you guys all enjoyed the live stream. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down there if you really like the live stream. Comment down below, share with all of your friends. Follow me on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well. We'll probably do some more live streaming up here. War is going to meet some family. Have a good time down there. We'll be up here again probably a couple more times this week to do some more streaming, definitely do some more spotting. It's supposed to be a beautiful week, so we're going to take advantage of that as much as we can. Hope you guys have a great rest of the night. We're going to go home and get some dinner. I might come back up tonight and get that Gulf Stream. We'll have to wait and see. But hope you guys all have a great rest of the night. We'll catch you next time from Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Have a great night, everybody.